Alright, hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to write a couple different functions with one variable as the answer. Here it says write a program that will start with a single decimal valued number x and display the following. And then you have to display the area of a circle, circumference, area of a square, perimeter length, volume of a sphere, and surface area of a sphere for each, for one variable x. So what we're going to do is you're going to write a bunch of different functions. And to start a function, you first start out with what type of value you want to return. We want to return a double since we're going to be entering an x variable. And let's see, then you have what you're going to call it. We'll call this one area circle. And then you want to create the variables that you want to enter into it. So we'll do double x there because we want it to be a double variable. And then inside of this you want to write the actual function. So what we're going to do is actually we're going to create some global variables outside of these, so that this way when we create these variables outside of all of the functions, they will be able to be used in each function and they'll be the same throughout all of the functions. So we're going to initialize double. We'll make it constant too so that it doesn't change. X equals, let's do 5.75. And we also want to initialize pi because we're going to be using that in a lot of different equations. And pi equals 3.14. So now the area of a circle is pi r squared. So let's see, we'll create a double, call it area, and then we'll say area equals pi r squared. So pi times, and r is actually x, that's the radius, so we want we're going to use the power function here, so power x comma 2, and that should give us our area. And then you want to show what you want the function to return or to give out once you call it up. We want it to return the area, which is the area of the circle. Alright, let's see, it says the POW is not recognized right here, so maybe let's include iomanip. Is that the library that it uses? Nope. Oh, it's probably CMath. So we'll include that library, and there we go. That's what worked there. So to use the power function, you have to have the library CMath. And if you're using a this is for using a MacBook or using Xcode. If you're using Visual C++, you might have an extra little hashtag include, or sorry, pound include up at the top there. So just to show you that this is a little bit different. So there we go. That's our first function for the area of a circle. And I say let's go ahead and try that one and run it, see if it works. So to call it up, we do it down here. We say area circle equals, actually let's just go ahead and do cout area circle, and then we'll do the capital X because that's a global variable. We'll be able to use it wherever we want. And then we'll do inline. So let's try that, see if it works. So the area of a circle, let's go ahead and I'll check that on a calculator to make sure that that is the correct. So we'll do 3.14 times let's actually do 5.75 times 5.75 to get 5.75 squared, and multiply that by 3.14, and it does equal 103.816. So awesome, we got the first one down. Now for the next function, we're going to want to return a double and we'll call it circle for the circumference of a circle. And then we want to enter double x in there. And we want to open up the function. And we'll do double circumference. We'll initialize the variable for what we want inside the function. And then we'll do circumference equals, and the circumference is pi times the diameter. But since we have to be working with the radius, we'll just do radius times 2. So we'll do pi times 2 times x, which is the radius here. And there we go, we'll stop that one. And then we want it to return, what we want this function to give us back once we're done with it is for circumference. Cool, so there's our next one. Let's see, we'll go ahead and let's create, let's see, area of a circle. There we go, there's that one. And let's see, let's just copy this and paste it a couple times so that we can use it. Now for the next one, we'll do circumference of a circle. And then we want to call up circle next. Now this will give us, or well, let's see, I'll delete these. There we go. We'll run this. Build succeeded. We have the area of a circle is 103.316, and circumference of a circle is 36.11. Let's make sure that's right. So 5.75 times 2, and now that times 3.14. 36.11. There we go. We're 2 for 2. Now we want to do our next one, which is the area of a square with side of length x. So we want it to be a double again. We'll do area square, that's what we'll call it. And then we want to enter into that double x. So then double area square, sorry. We'll initialize that variable, and then we'll do area square equals, and the area of a square is side times side, or side squared. So we will do x times x. That'll give us the area of the square. We want it to return area square. So there we go. That should work for that one. And we'll go ahead and try it out. Let's see, area of a square. Area square. Oh, and we're getting, that's because I misspelled it up here. There we go. That should fix it. And we'll test that one out too. We get 33.065, so 5.75 times 5.75, 33.0625. Awesome. And our next function, we want we want the perimeter of a square. Make sure I spelled it right that time. Double x is what we want to enter into there. And then we want perimeter. Sorry, I want to initialize it first. So double perim. And we're going to do perim equals 4 times x. Since x is the side length, there's 4 sides to a square, so we want to multiply the side length by 4 to get the perimeter. We want to return perimeter. And let's see, let's copy this one. And we'll paste it right here. So we'll do the perimeter, spell it right, perimeter of a square, and then perim square, and we'll enter an x. So there we go. So let me fix this here. There we go. And then we'll try that out. Succeeded. So 5.75 times 4, 23. There we go. So the next one that we're going to do is the volume of a sphere with the radius x. So we want the function to return a double, and we'll call it volume sphere. So and we want to enter double x. And then, so we want volume, we want to initialize volume, double volume. And then we'll do volume equals, so the area for the volume of a sphere is 4/3 times pi r cubed. And since our r is x, we're going to start with pow of x comma 3. So that's power x to the third. And then next we're going to multiply that by pi. And then we're going to multiply that by 4 divided by 3. There we go. And we want it to return volume. So there we go. That should give us. So let's copy this one. But we need to change it to volume of a sphere. And then we'll call up the function volume sphere with x. And we'll check and make sure that works. There we go. That's right. I tested that one a little earlier, and that is what it is. So now the surface area of a sphere with radius x. So I want to call this one, we want to initialize it as we want to return a double. And then we want, I'll just call it SA sphere for surface area of a sphere. And then double x is what we want to enter into it. And we want SA, we want to initialize SA for surface area. And the formula for surface area, I'm not sure what that is, so what I'm going to do is look it up on Google. That's always a great place to go if you don't know formulas. So we'll type in formula for surface area of a sphere using radius. There we go. And there we go. The area of the formula is 4 pi r squared. So it pops up immediately. Now we'll go back to our programming. So it is 4 times pi times, and then we'll use the pow function, pow x comma 2. So there we go. That is the surface area of a sphere. And then copy this one. And then we'll enter in, call up the function SA sphere. And we'll test it. Forgot a semicolon up here, but it told us what was wrong. So, and then I'll make sure that works. I'll test it out on my calculator. So let's see. 4 times 3.14. Now that times 5.75 times 5.75. 415.265. There you go. That is also the end of the surface area of a sphere, and that is the end of our program. So now you know how to write, you know how to make global variables with x and pi, and then local variables, inside each of the functions, like area here. So area only in this first function here, area equals pi times x squared, and then and then down here, since x was a global variable, we were able to enter it into each of these each of the main function down here, we were able to enter x into there, and it knew what x was since it was a constant global variable. It applies to all of the functions, including the main. And then so we just used cout to display all of these on the screen, and that's it. There's your function. All right, thanks guys.